This is the B stream, so I think it's going 5. Regardless, though, like Luminosity's been on a hell of a run lately. Like this team has turned a lot of heads. They're starting to get a lot of big results, which is good for them. On the other side for Navi, they have their work cut out for them.
Should be a fun one here as game 5 already getting underway. First match always a 3v3, and then from there, losing team picks the format after in our crew battle. So you have to see how that one plays out. I think the biggest credit to Luminosity is the evolution they've had throughout the year and understanding if you just dodge BDS in uppers, you have a chance to go further in the bracket. Now they're learning, right?
I think so.
Oh, what a read.
For sure.
Good shot, save by Tigre. Before it's followed up by Virtuoso. Immediately cleared back the other way. And a good 50. Delays it a little bit. As Ixo comes flying through support with Atomic. As it pinches across, pre-jump by Tox. And it goes back down the other way. So, at this point, Luminosity trying to do everything they can to get to the ball first, and it pays off. Ixo go on the board first.
Good pinch by Tox, too, to help set it up. And the follow-up from Atomic. Ixo getting the flat touch on that ball. If he puts it too hard, it might get saved, but just enough of an angle to make it more difficult to read. Good plays all around by Luminosity. That's the teamwork they've had that's really come to a fold within the past week. Uh-oh.
Still a good follow-up and a good 50 by Virtuoso. Recognizing it's pretty much impossible for me to get past all 3 players here, so if I just dribble, try to draw to the defender, ends up setting up his teammate. It is a last-ditch attempt for the save. Surprised Tigre didn't go for a demo on rotation. There a bump to get possession back. Doesn't matter, though. As Louis Pete, or one's main, able to get something off the back. And it's going to be stopped again. Defense of Luminosity. Spaceman's been pretty dang solid so far.
It's been very good. The flip by Louis, though. Oh, wow. He almost dashed his way into a pinch. That is a great recovery by Tigre near the midfield to put something towards the net. This was all set up by Virtuoso and Louis. And this circle back avoids the bump from Ixo and gets it right back over opposite post. Nicely done.
Guess I spoke too soon. Got 2 players up in the air. Both of them miss, and it is actually Virtuoso who's able to push it on through, and then you get some backflips and some touches across. And just like that, that stellar defense from Luminosity is now down by 1.
I mean, Atomic just got baited. Got beat. And the ball. It's 2 goals back-to-back that Navi have had Luminosity's number and outplayed them. Oh my.
Louis flying through. Got the player, but probably wanted the ball. It could have been a shot opportunity. Here you're going to take it solo. And it's a big clear downfield. Good positioning by Ixo. Should be able to follow this one up with relative ease. Gets above it with the help of Atomic. And they put it right back in. He's going to have to fake this one, but not going to fall to it. Great play by Louis, deciding to play the ball instead. It's a double touch. It's a shot and another save. Navi keeps him at bay as they play it in the corner where it's safe. A little bit of a delay and a chance to get their footing. No boost in the midfield for Louis, so he's just gonna have to take it slow with a little amount. Still puts relatively good pressure on the defensive half. Comes in the midfield. It's gonna pinch right back, and it's a good redirect by Virtuoso. But you can see the difference in pace from Navi. Nobody following up on that one. Sets up the perfect play in the midfield, but unable to connect. It's immediately played the other way, a pass up, and not able to get the recovery in time. But Navi, multiple good looks and attempts as they sustain this offensive half until it is cleared away temporarily by Luminosity. Minute and a half left to go, and trying to tie it up.
If you wanted a full-on RLCS match, you got it. This has been as close of a game I think we've had when it comes to threes, at least. Ixo off the sidewall. Bit of boost. Powerfully hit off the backboard. Corralled in by Tox, but not the best recovery as he gives it right back, and possession should be there for Navi. But Ixo even on the other side of the field, was able to get back into the play and get possession right back for the boys in blue. They'll catch it through the corner, looking for the center. Tox had it. No overcommit right now from Luminosity. They don't want to get bumped off like they just did.
Well, we talked about the difference, right? Where Guild, earlier in the day, everything felt like we have to score here. And Luminosity putting a full example of, hey, I'm going across midfield. I can't doomsy dish this to myself. I'm just going to play for possession. I'm going to bring this back around and make sure that my teammate, when they sweep in, has a chance. And because of that, the sustain on offense leads to a goal again. Showcasing it, and this time it's not us cursing it. Ixo ties it up 2 apiece, 31 seconds.
It's nothing flashy either. I mean, it's a bit of a fake, but good avoidance from Atomic. And Ixo puts it exactly where he centered it. No lower post, no top bar, just easy on the net. And if you force the save with no boost, Navi aren't going to be able to get up to meet the ball. So Luminosity do a very nice job of buying time to get a good shot. Atomic tries to take it away. Trading possessions. Ixo again. We've seen him do this before. Towards the corner. I thought Tigre might circle to the right to meet the ball, but instead we'll do it downfield. Over 1. Can't win the challenge. 5 seconds to go. Ball still up. Navi have a chance.
Oh, it should have been a goal there. It was a good fake. Virtuoso came to the corner and it wasn't there, but now it's back the other way. Shot and a nose on it. Virtuoso probably going to just try to kill this one down. Can he get the 50 over the top? He lands on Ixo, but he keeps it alive. It's into the midfield. Passed off. And a solid challenge. So in game 1 in our 3v3, we go to an OT. Could set a precedent for the rest of the series. Play back one way and into the corner. It's going to be Atomic who gets behind it and forces another 50. It's a good challenge by Louis P. He's being very aggressive on the sidewall as he comes through, trying to bump and get possession for his team. Secures double corner boost. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him. Should be fine, but as Luminosity up on offense, has a wide open net. It's actually wide, but it doesn't matter. The follow-up from post to post is going to be for Luminosity.
If LG's up in the air with one player on ball, where's everybody else? They're going to be at midfield, so you have to start isolating members. Even though he played it wide, LG had all of their numbers up uncontested. No bumps, no demos, no cutting off and congesting the lane. Like, Tox was around. No one else was there for Navi to cut it down. That is LG doing what LG does, and that was like an RLCS game 1. Like, that was as back and forth as you're gonna want, but in the end, that's the levels to this. LG very comfortable, and when they had to get challenged to take the ball away, especially with the start of that OT, they just didn't, and LG took advantage.
Yeah, good play back and forth again, and a lot of the times when it did decide to develop, it was primarily, I would say, Luminosity up on offense. There's some really good looks and tough moments, I would say, primarily for Virtuoso. He's the one that I've been paying into a lot, just because I do know his like iconic play style, but he has evolved into this jack of all trades kind of threes player, and he's been put in tough circumstances. That fake that came in through Atomic, he's kind of cheating into the goal, and it's like, which one do I go for the save? There's another time where Louis P passed it down, and it's like that redirect should be an opportunity on net, but is getting bullied out of it, can't get to the ball, and it's like those little things are the difference. So glad to see that LG is playing really well, both on the ball as well as off the ball to sustain. But when we start eliminating players from the field, that's when I get a little bit more cautious, primarily if they do end up going to ones. And you've got a player like Louis P that's going to be on the field. Ixo, I do think, can put up a pretty good challenge, but Louis P, this is his domain. He is going to be very dominant, I have a feeling, if they do decide to go to ones. We talked about this at length with kind of the Super Smash Brothers reference and correlation. Do you keep your anchor and take you out of a tough spot, or do you try to neutralize as quickly as possible? I personally believe that Navi goes for the ones. My brain's so big.
Yeah.
They also did this earlier, so it makes it easy. Yeah.
Just with the way that Louis been playing as well, like you kind of just roll with your bread and butter at this point. Good recovery.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Louis. Wanted to deny that corner boost as well, but this should be all she wrote. No boost as well. It's an immediate touch and perfect recovery. Makes it look easy, but touches like this, especially this one in the corner right here, not as easy as it looks.
Say that about a lot today. Not as easy as it looks. That's my breakdown.
Very, very true. I mean, we got a taste of that with some of these varying results. But I do like that Luminosity is mixed up a little bit. It was Ixo that struggled against Moxie earlier in his match, but decided to switch it up and go into Atomic. And so far, not so good. But again, it's going to take a little bit of time to get it kind of into the swing of things. Louis P has a very weird playstyle to kind of adjust to. Because not only is he fast and aggressive, but then he also has the capability to slow it down and play patient. So trying to find your footing against this should be exciting, as we still have a lot of time left on the clock.
What does Louis decide to do? Does he stay on this aggressive path that he's been on for 2 goals now? Well, he gets beat. That's a great shot. Atomic responding quickly. Not burning a lot of time either. I mean, good takeaway. Keeps himself stable. Good read.
Yeah, I think it's important for Atomic. As soon as Louis P starts to kind of go away, the difficulty is how do you catch up? Because he will keep mixing it up. So the fact that he neutralizes in a few seconds a kickoff goal, you hate to see those for Louis, but important for Atomic. Very, very important. It keeps Louis modest, and that pressure. When you start to feel confident, you get a little bit loose. That's when Louis starts working at fakes and everything else, because he's able to play fast and slow. That's when it gets scary. So good choice so far from Luminosity, bringing in Atomic.
Oh, no. Okay. Maybe? Okay. That would have been terrifying. And he gets right back. Okay, so it's an 0-0 right now for Atomic, because Louis styles on him. Figure 8. Goodbye.
That fake challenge. Oh. Great fake challenge.
It's hard enough to fall with the ball.
Again, that misdirection. There is some plays that are more iconic for playing the player itself rather than the ball. And they'll just kind of put the ball on a path, and then off ball, bumps, demos, etc. But we haven't seen too much of that because it hasn't really been required. It's more so the individual efforts of the players that we've been really partaking in. So another kickoff goal. It's kind of been the saving grace for Atomic so far, because he's got 2 of them.
Another big win. All going to ones, especially between these two. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3. That's what, 4 kickoff goals between the two?
Mm-hmm.
Still got 3 minutes to play.
Again, it's not just the kickoffs are nice. It's the fact that these players, because they are so good at recovery and everything else.
Like
Case in point here. I mean, Louis has a great challenge here. He fakes off the first touch, soft touch to force Atomic up, and then a low 50. But it's not only that. Obviously, he's facing north-south, so to go laterally, the ability to hold his power slide, wave dash through, and gets an air roll, and he's in position. So 2-goal lead, just like that. We saw this in the first minute. As Louis sets up for a flip reset. He's got the delay, and he's just going to go underneath. How do you read that when you're Atomic?
Start praying. Find a deity. That is nuts. Use the ground for the extra power. It's tough. It's very, very tough. But the only way to get back into it is just get back into it. Good flip. Easily read. Louis going to try to recover. Quickly met with a bump. Still alive for Atomic, but he overcommits a little bit. He's able to get back. That's what does scare me. This game could get out of hand if he keeps up that pressure. That's going to get saved.
Louis 9, a little bit of fake. Make it 2. Louis just trying to give himself a little bit of space to work with. Atomic reads it well. Great pathing as well. Plenty of 12 boost pads, so he's back at 100. And Louis is just going to throw possession away. So now, chance for Atomic. Immediately applies pressure and expected to get boomed right back, but ends up going to the midfield and completely punished for it. It looked like it was going to be a big clear, but again, because of the ceiling. It ends up pinching straight down. Good catch and released by Atomic. Brings it back within 2.
That's gonna be frustrating too. You give him a waterfall, and he doesn't burn. Like he loses no resources, no positioning at the field. Let's give it right back to him. Well, still a 2-goal game. At this point, Louis playing towards the outside. We'll get the midfield. Popped up by Atomic.
For the bump. Nice save.
Good recovery. They'll wait again. Atomic's got to be careful now. If he cuts wrong, all it takes is one pop like we saw earlier from Louis, and it's a 7-4 game. No bully. And that's what I'm worried about. But he will get back.
I still think it's a really good play there from Atomic. He knows he's got him low on boost, but Louis plays it perfectly on defense. As soon as that ball goes to the corner, he immediately pushes out a little bit. He gets 12 boost, cuts back in, stays nice and patient. He's making sure not to challenge when he doesn't have to. And he's able to get possession back for himself. So those subtle clears, while they may not lead to goals, they are just enough for him to get enough boost to play the defensive game. That's where Atomic really needs to pressure. He could just go for a slow roller and then play a demo, but again, with Louis' positioning, he has to be careful. Louis' been pretty elusive so far, but it's these delayed challenges in these 50s that he's been really dangerous with. As a slight cut, not able to find the back of the net, but is going to kill quite a bit of time as he finds himself with possession yet again. Going to take to the ceiling. Gonna have to play this close, and he's just killing the clock. He would love one more goal at least, but with a minute left, he's probably feeling pretty good. No demo there. Now Atomic without boost gonna have to half flip, and he actually gets bumped into it. He would have held his power slide, might have been able to have a recovery and carry that into the corner. Now Louis plays it around. He's got a free goal, and there's that 3-goal lead he was looking for.
That's just good patience, dude. That's the one part of ones that, you know, with as chaotic as it can be, the patience in the pocket is huge. 7-4. I mean, Atomic played it really well, just Louis played it better. There's still plenty of time. Good stall on the kickoff, reads it. Try to flip towards the side wall. He'll get boost. Backboard. Great save. That cuts down the shot. Oh, man, he's got this one wrapped up.
Yeah, that's going to be all she wrote. And, I mean, we kind of expected this. I think Atomic's done a really good job of making adjustments and keeping it closer. But this is what NAVI is saving for their pocket pick. Every time that they're under pressure or anytime that they need a win, they can count on Lewis. So great plays overall, but with 20 seconds remaining, unless it's nonstop kickoff goals, and with Lewis having possession here, he can just take the sky and kill at least 10 seconds a pop. Probably turn it into a goal even. And he does. Nice flip reset. And on to the next. So for Luminosity, sign up the series. They have a chance to run it back. They can either go 3s or 2s. They have to go 2s with this next one. So we'll be seeing that. The last time they played 2s against Juicers, they ended up fielding Ixo and Atomic, which makes sense. And it was only a 1-goal loss, so it was pretty competitive.
Well, Atomic does get one for the road. But, yeah.
You see that in chat, in the comms? Tigre either is like fixing his adjustments, or like maybe he just got left from the lobby or something, like something maybe happened from him being AFK, and Tox just having a little bit of banter. Love to see it.
That's funny. I mean, this is gonna be interesting. Again, like the 2's makeup. What do they choose to go for? Luminosity.
Yeah, it'll be
work cut out for
it'll
them.
be interesting, man. It is, and I think even still it was a good showing from Atomic. I think Atomic put up a pretty good fight. I thought it was going to start to run away, but the ability to turn and create some of those opportunities and get those kickoff goals, I think is a merit. A lot of these guys really do not like playing 1s, if I'm being 100%. Unless they main it, and then they're like, yeah, this is free. But 2s, I think, surprises me a little bit. We've seen kind of contrast out of Wolves and NAVI and all these teams where you see like such dominant force in one, and then you go back to the other and you're like, what are we looking at? But for NAVI, their win has always been 1s. That is their bread and butter. As for 2s, they've been competitive with Lewis and Virtuoso, if I remember correctly. But against Ixo, against Atomic, I mean, that's just two mechanical demons going next. Like, that's just what it feels like. So my assumption here is that we see Ixo Atomic take this next one, and then we go back to 1s, and then we go to 5. That's my assumption.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I think that's probably where, I mean, that's where it should go. Granted, we have been like, hey, they should be choosing 1s or 2s at this slot, and it's basically gone that way today. So I think these players are on the same wavelength at this point. I think that's pretty much guaranteed. So 2s is big for this series, let alone, like, you talk about momentum, talk about just the confidence of the players. This is a big moment in the series. This is game 3. A lot of times at best of 5s, we talk about game 3 being the momentum swing. Now it's time to see if LG can bounce back, because it looked promising at times from Atomic, but just couldn't find a way to overcome the power of Louis. So
love to see how it plays out, but we do know it has to go to 2s. Has to. So that is going to be the next stage. I'm excited to get into it, because I do think that while I give the credit over to Luminosity, I do think Navi can put a pretty good fight. So
100%.
Curious to see how it plays out. Again, they're all pros, they're all professionals. While we did see, you know, a certain team go sicko mode in 2s in Algiri, you never know. You never know. So
yeah,
here we go. 2v2. They're actually going to throw in Tox instead of Ixo this time.
I mean, Tox might give him a little bit more of a steady foundation. He hasn't played the same as Ixo, so maybe that is the call. Tox is really good at facilitating. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about either way, because he's going to find an open net here. Curious to see how this one happened. Oh, it's just a rough touch by Virtuoso. Had a big clear downfield and a potential redirect. Tough mistake in the first 30 seconds. Gonna have to brush that one aside. As it's clean kickoff, Louis gonna decide to go for the boost instead. Keeps it close. And up to Atomic to force a 50. So Louis just keeps faking left and right, using that one skill. Spacing is there, but nothing to show for it.
Play by
Blue half.
Yeah, I like that by Louis.
Touch up high.
Again, you don't want to do
Can
too much, go too far. It's kind of like this lazy Susan offense, where one person takes a touch, then you rotate back, then another. Keeping it on the ground.
Tough touch by Virtuoso. Definitely wants to feed that mid to Louis, but again, from the angle that he's taken, not a whole lot he can do. But that's a great pass across. That's going to be a bar down and in. Good find by Navi. Way to utilize the space. Even backs up.
Still the best goal explosion. Fight me. Just saying. I'm a fan. Good kickoff win.
I disagree, but
Nope, nope, don't care. Tie game. Looking for the center. Louis. Virtuoso. Corralling the ball. He'll get beat. No boost. What a pain.
gonna need help.
And we might have a pause.
Yeah, we got to disconnect.
Pain. My guy.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough one here from Lewis. You guys can see the communication in the top left. Dealing with some disconnect and 300 ping, which is obviously not ideal.
That's not fun.
Despite being on EU servers, playing like he's over in OCE. So not going to want to do that. But going to make sure everything's good. Going to set from kickoff and then progress on through. Overall, glad they didn't concede a goal and are able to keep it even. But so far from 2, it's been pretty back and forth, I would say. There's been some pretty good moments overall, but I do like the awareness from Lewis, the ability to say, hey, we've got these guys kind of in weird positions. Let's take advantage of this. He literally backs up, which is like kind of a cardinal rule not to do, because it kind of limits your capabilities. but he does it to create space, and then it's just a good infield pass, and Virtuoso hits it on a dime, bar down and in. So,
Yeah.
other than that, it's been a mistake from Virtuoso. That's it. So,
Yeah.
close series.
I mean,
Close series.
the reset might help. Obviously, both teams just get a chance to think through the approach again. But if you are playing on 300 ping, it's tough. In general, though, so far this series has been about as back and forth as you would have wanted. We are getting ourselves back into the new lobby. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Luminosity looking pretty good. This is the last series we have today. So one of these teams going to continue on in the lower bracket. The other team not so much.
Yeah, well, we got some downtime. We can kind of inform people of what's going on in the rest of the bracket. Primarily, we were wondering, Solary Guild, what's it going to look like? Are Guild going to continue to be absolute monsters with CRR Dorito? Yes, they are. 3-1 over Solary. They lose in threes, 4-0, and then they win 4-3, 5-4, 2-1 OT. So what was dominant against Wolves, Solary puts up a really good fight. All 1-goal games except for that first 3v3. So it was 3v3, then 2v2, then 1v1, and then they went back to 3v3 from Solary's pick. And they win an OT a minute in. So congrats to Guild. They are sitting in the upper bracket finals with Semper, who 3-0 Juicers. In the other lower bracket match, which we covered here, Wolves does beat Algieri in 5. Wolves will be playing Juicers up next tomorrow. And then we're waiting on Luminosity and NAVI, which is what we're watching right now. They will be playing Solary tomorrow as well. So don't forget, you guys, if you guys are trying to tune into these broadcasts, there is 2 streams going on. There is this one, which is the B stream. If you guys in the URL up top get rid of the B, that'll bring you to the main channel as well. That's where everything will be carrying on tomorrow. Things started the exact same time they did today, which is 1700 Central European Standard Time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern. I'm pretty sure. That sounds right. So trying to cover both time zone and do the conversions in my head is not easy. But
we have to convert like a billion time zones, so I'm gonna say that's right.
It's never an easy one. So I think I got it right, but that's just based upon what this morning was. So as long as I remember that, we're good. So once we get this situation figured out, again, they got to test the lobby, make sure everything's good, and then we'll run back into it. Hopefully Lewis is going to be a-okay, because obviously he has had a very, very important impact on the series, both with ones and what he was capable in twos. So
he's been a
hopefully everything gets settled. Yeah,
he's had himself a day, and he's been one of the leading players on the pitch. So if you can keep that going, you're probably feeling pretty good about your chances. But I believe we're almost ready to go, which is a dub. We love that. Let's
What do we do? Let's what? Just let's?
Predict? Yeah, just let's. What's predict? What do we predict in?
Well, I wanna not predict. I already told you like my thoughts overall with like Luminosity.
Oh, you did.
Probably finishing like 3-1, but I will say I'm curious mostly about where they're gonna reset. Like they're gonna reset from the kickoff, but like what's the time? Are we talking like 3.5? Are we talking like 2? Like where's the reset point gonna be? I'm curious on what the time is. Because I think that makes a difference too, especially if like a kickoff goal happens or like it immediately swings, because it is tied up right now 1-1. So goals should stand. There shouldn't be any issues with that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious on if they have like, if I'm a team in this circumstance, I'm sitting there and being like, okay, what can I do for a kickoff? Like, are we gonna go for a Spanish? Are we gonna try to get possession? Do we want to just, kill it and try to go for a kickoff goal off the 50? Like, how do we want to play this? So I think that's where the discussions have to happen, is it's the only set piece, but I guess we're running it back all the way. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Ref?
We'll find out. It could be. VAR. I love Europe. It's so fun. Oh, it's great. I love it.
Atomic.
Penalty for Madrid. I mean, listen, I've been one of the people. I know Lawler's talked about what would it be like if the field was bigger. And I've always wondered. I think that'd be really cool. But I've also been one of those people who's been like, if we get to a chance where we go like 10 minutes of OT and it's scoreless, can we have like a penalty type system where each team gets like 5 shots and the team that scores obviously the most wins or something? Like, I want to see different types of kickoff stuff. I want to see different types of like penalty chances. I just want to see what that would be like in Rocket League, you know? I want to see penalty kicks in Rocket League. I think it'd be so cool.
I do think there is some means to like do some testing on that internally. I think if the team over at Psyonix with RL Esports had a few people that could test some of these new modes, and maybe if they did make stuff bigger, it's so difficult. You've spent, tens of thousands of hours all playing on this one standard thing, and as soon as you change that up, it kind of messes with some things, especially if you're changing like map layouts and everything and how bounces are read and everything. So if you do scale it, it's got to be 1-to-1, right? It's got to be identical. But there is expectations, like when you clear the ball, where it's going to land, all that kind of stuff is all part of reading that trajectory. So I think it's kind of tough, as Atomic is going to win this one. It's a good challenge in the midfield, and then he's able to recover in time. But I do think it's a topic of conversation that could be very exciting. I mean, we see it in every other esport, the ability to adjust and adapt to updates and patches and champion abilities and nerfs and all that kind of stuff. And Rocket League, the beauty of it is it doesn't really have that, but I do think that depth could be very interesting in the future. So yeah, here's to see how it plays out. And I think that's been my favorite thing about this tournament in particular, is with squad battles, right? There is the chess match of, well, what do we pick? Where do we go next? So
yeah,
happy to be along for the ride.
Oh, great shot. I just want to see when AFC Richmond will pick up a club. Okay, maybe Wolves Esports gets bought out. Maybe NRG. I don't know. That's my contribution to this conversation. 2-goal lead. It was quickly evaporated. NAVI came into this break with a lot of proof. And right now, it's a 2-1 Luminosity lead. We will see how things go. There's a demo. Louis with a lot of boost. Gives the ball away. Gets bumped. Double commit through the corner. And LG looking for their 3rd goal.
Smart play by Louis as well. Keeping it close. Going for a couple dribbles. It doesn't lead into much, but it is just that delay. Again, with only 2 players, that possession switches quite frequently, and as long as it's enough to respect the player and put, force one behind, it's going to be enough, as this one on the goal line is going to be followed up, and it's a great tie. Virtuoso with the setup. Taking the skies, getting the flip reset, and forcing Atomic to make a save while challenging back towards his own net. Makes it nice and easy for Lewis.
Can we please not have a reenactment of ball getting pinched on the goal line from the major? I would appreciate the non-heart attack today. That'd be fun. It always freaks me out when the ball just sits in the net.
I forget who I was watching when I was doing replay analysis of EU Day 1, and there was a ball that legitimately Kleinside was in net. Like it.
Oh, I think I was there and I saw that. Yeah.
Or no, maybe it was just like the white line of the ball that was like barely hanging out, and you're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was such a clutch save. Yeah. But it's like on goal, the goal on land would have been.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Again, that's you're talking a game of inches. Not even.
It's a big game of
Final 15 seconds here, Spaceman. And it's Navi on offense.
Great reset.
Double?
Also the pin. My God. That might have been it. Atomic downfield. How's he going to corral it? Around one. Oh,
no!
Atomic. Oh, my God. The ones main. Finally. Look at this. What? Oh, this setup. Oh, my goodness.
Being chased by Virtuoso for a demo, and also putting him on skates. Clutch play here by Luminosity. Can they hold on? Big kickoff here. Going to have to rush to it.
Oh,
and it's just a massive dunk by Tox. That's going to do it for Luminosity.
Wow.
As we now go back to ones, and Louis P is probably going to clutch it up and bring us to 5.
Dude, Atomic. I mean, that was filthy, but now your reward is you go back to ones.
It's clutch.
So
Yeah, poor guy.
yeah, I mean, dude, Louis has been a monster. But I will say, like, this Atomic had a chance. There were moments against Louis where he looked really good. This is now an opportunity to completely run it back and win the series for LG. Like, it sounds really simple because it is. Like, if Atomic plays really well, all of a sudden, boom, series done, 3-1 win. I don't know. Every time I think I want to make a prediction on this stream, it always goes 5. So I'm going to stop making predictions. I'm no longer interested.
I think it's fair, man. I already told you the way it's going to play out. I already told you, but I do think with Atomic, you definitely hinted in on it, where a couple of kickoff goals and a couple of the things that he was successful in there is when he does close that gap and when he kind of applies that pressure. The difficulty with Louis is, like, Louis adjusts so fast to it. Like, it's one thing to be playing like if you're just playing straight up 1v1 like best of 5s, you see that evolution throughout. But like Louis does that split series. He's like, okay, I'm gonna come out of the gate, I'm gonna be super fast, super aggressive, I'm gonna win these crazy recoveries, and we're just gonna score. We're gonna go up. Atomic wins a couple kickoff goals, he closes the gap, starts challenging, and all of a sudden Louis is like, watch me fake these, watch me give myself some space, watch me go for the ceiling stuff and really force you to have to go up. And he just out mechanics them. So a chess match definitely in favor, but Ixo is going to be the one in, and it gets a goal right away.
I like that call. Not that Atomic didn't play great, but change it up. Why not? You know what you're going to get from Louis. So if you feel like Ixo has a better chance to keep up with the pacing and make those decisions, then absolutely change it up. And Ixo is a ridiculously good player. He's also really good at rebounds. He's always been that way since Weedham Girls. As I say that, he gets absolutely styled on.
It is a quick response and off the kickoff. Lewis right in the middle of the net. So, quick response, but a chance, like you said, Luminosity and Navi both here in the lower bracket. Trying to close out the series. But Lewis doing everything he can. It's good 50, going to be able to recover and deny the corner boost. Big challenge. Keeping it close, but still far back enough so he can do this. It's up high, off the backboard, still patient. And going to go for the 50. Should have recovery, but so does Ixo. Need to be careful as the 100 boost is picked up. It's a soft touch. Can he go for the redirect? No, he's just going to turn and go for this smart play. Decides to deny the boost. Yeah, possibly could have led to a demo, but now taken to the skies. 100 boost on the backside by Ixo as well. It's a flip reset, double touch. And it's just way too easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. I mean, Ixo,
God, what a pop.
Credit for trying, but that's just a goal. Like that's just a goal. I mean, yeah.
Here's what the response is going to be. It's been 2 unanswered for Lewis. As he gets possession back. Big flick. Good recover on the back wall, but now in a dangerous spot. He's going to have to preemptively go for this one, and great a recovery. Able to jump in front of it and immediately attacks the midfield. Going to go for a bump. Can't find it. It's actually played short and flicked over the top. What a recovery by Ixo. We didn't get to see any of it.
Look at this juggle. The carry, the stop, the backup. Ugh. Puts him on skates. He got juked out. That's what this kid can do. And I like that, right? Like, his pace of play is very different than Atomic's. Maybe this does counter what Louis can do. Uh-oh.
It's a big 50,
okay, he's
but
fine.
plenty of boost. Should be able to recover in stride. Again, a quick cut. Trying to play that immediate pressure. He's got a shot, bounce dribble, flick over the top. It's going to be a little bit wide. But the recovery, he needs to get there back, but Ixo's there. So, small boost pad, but neither of them with plenty of boost to work with. So, Lewis able to recover back in the midfield. He turns it in. No, it's a fake, and it's just a 50. What is he going to go for? Nobody knows.
I don't even know what that was.
Every single time, I'm like, is it a
like...
musty? No, okay, he doesn't have his jump anymore. Okay, is he going to go for it? No? Oh, he's just going to dunk him. Okay.
That's got to be so frustrating as a defender to be like, he's like, whether or not he's holding a reset or he's just turning in awkward ways, what is he going to do? In the last second, now it's a 50. It's just nose down on the ball. Well, Ixo, now's your time to get one back. We've seen it happen before. On the tank. Good recovery. The side wall. Carried. The juggle. Louis right over. Good save by Ixo. He'll play it down to the ground. Never mind. Pops it high. A lot of boost. Ixo. Right over. Bullying his way in. Saved by Louis to the corner. 2:25 on the clock. Plenty of time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no.
That
Oh,
is...
no. Oh, no. Oh,
That
no.
is tough. Still forgot to tap the boost and deny the midfield. I don't know if it was up, and that could be a replay bug, but again, you want to deny that midfield boost. But Lewis comfortable enough to actually cut and go grab it. And because of that, it completely isolates Ixo. It's beat to the corner, and because Lewis denies his corner boost, he decides to take midfield. Big flick over the top. Lewis with plenty to work with. It's going to win this challenge, and now it's going to have to be a hustle back. Expected to be immediate shots. A great cutoff by Ixo. Also secures his own corner. So, space to work with. As he brings it over the top, that one should just fall right in. And he's back within one. Good fight here by Ixo. 2 minutes left to go.
No play is dead for Ixo. That's what I've noticed watching him for 3 years now. He's always fighting. Even when he's pushed off the play. Can it continue? Kickoff win? Sort of. And he misses. Love this. That's a great shot. Still alive. Uh-oh. Bringing it laterally. Okay.
He's got his
Right
jump,
back down.
and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah, only 2 seconds, obviously, after that. Going off the ceiling unless you get a flip reset, but it's a good shot. Good pressure. What a save by Lewis. Able to get into the corner.
Oh, no.
Over the top, look for the bump. And he's got to play it too high.
He missed.
That's a beautiful punish. Again, the right idea by Ixo. He plays it high, and he wants to go for a bump. He's looking to basically Goomba stomp him, but because he gets one extra touch, it ends up going above. And it's just a massive counterattack. That's so tough for Ixo.
Ixo had that too. I mean, like that's a look that usually he would put away. I am surprised that he did not find a way to score there, and 2 goals back to back, getting punished. Yeah, this one might have been put away. We might be going game 5.
I mean, it's a tough one either way there for Ixo. On the way back for recovery, Lewis B has a really smart play. That flick at the beginning, while it may look weak, is literally like you mentioned. Shoot it directly at the player. It forces Ixo to use the very last bit of his boost. And then Lewis can put it wherever he wants. He has the ability to just place it. There's nothing he can do for recovery as this one goes underneath. He's going to be able to fall on it. Still plenty of boost to recover with. And a break check. Also bring it back the other way. And boost denied. So Ixo, what looked like a good opportunity, turned back around. And goes the other way. Final 20 seconds. Got to find a goal here. Could have taken a shot immediately, and now it's too late. Seems like he has the spacing down pat. Nothing he can do wrong, and he's just going to kill the clock, go for some fakes. And when I talked about it, when he has an advantage and time is on his side, the fakes come out, and he makes you look silly.
He's really good at ones. He's been the most consistent today. And he gets his team a game 5. Navi, like, they better pay him double. Give him a raise. He's keeping them in this series.
Virtuoso, what are you doing?
Virtuoso spawned in. What a guy.
Yeah, he joined.
They're me like that's got to be a DQ. That's funny.
It's no like it's actually super disrespectful. Like, what are you doing, guy?
Listen,
Jokes aside,
game was over. I get it. These guys are having
Doesn't
fun.
matter.
Game was over.
Doesn't matter.
I know.
Doesn't
I
matter.
get
You
it.
don't do
I get
that.
it. I get it.
You don't do that.
I'm listen. All right, you know what you do now? You know what you do, LG? You know what you do now? You make them pay. You make them pay. You go into game 5, you make them pay. Don't let Virtuoso get away with that.
No. You go into game 5, you pick 2s, but you put 3 on the field. That's what you do.
Yeah, Virtuoso, let me spawn in, bro. I'll help you. I got you. I'll be a distraction. I'm like a spy in the rough, you know? Listen, I'm just saying, this is gonna be a fun game. This is gonna be a fun game 5. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's 2s, if it's 3s. This is gonna be a fun game 5. Okay? I'm excited.
Yeah, the
I'm
only
looking
rule
forward to it.
Only rule for LG is they cannot pick one, which I don't think they would do anyway. So, the last time they played 3s went to OT.
Yeah.
It was 3-2. And then in 2s, they won by 1 as well, 3-2. So, by no means of the imagination is it like an easy win for either team. It's going to come down to the wire, and I think that's why you and I are both excited about it going to 5, is because no matter what they pick, and it looks like we are going back to 3s, it's going to be a close one. So, full strength from both rosters. Nobody's able to join last second. And turn the tides, if you want to call it that.
You say that now as I log in.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the lobby info?
Oh, there you go. Well, now you got to use that anger and that frustration. Get yourself a win in this game 5. I mean, Lewis has literally carried Navi to this point off his ones play. I don't think he's lost a ones today. Dude's insane.
No,
Great
back up.
save.
No, it's
Oh my
redirected the other way. Quickly for them. No one in position to
that's
punish,
cool.
but now a big counterattack and Tox get past. What a pre-jump. Good stop by Navi. Final minute about to go on by. Challenges in the corner. Ixo also has high ground. And it goes underneath. Patience by Tox brings out 1. Should be able to deny the corner boost as well as this one. Gonna go through a secondary touch. Good save. And another shot. One after another. Luminosity put on the pressure. Tox gonna have to jump up high. Keep this one close. Trying to force a 50. The spacing by Virtuoso. Playing patient. Able to get possession back. And Navi now in the midfield with possession.
There's a demo. We've seen a couple of those already in the start of this game, and that's at least 3. Shared between both sides. High off the backboard, easily read. Not wasting a lot of time on the defensive end. Navi looking for those extra touches on the 1-2 give and go downfield. Passing's been there. The ball's touched the ground like 3 times. Catching it. Waiting for the
Pass
midfield
across.
center. Won't be there. Here it comes. Tox on target. Save. Wow. Huge save.
Good looks here from Luminosity on offense. Just can't find the back of the net. Defense in Navi's been absolutely dominant. As this one goes up high again, it's a big clear. Counterattack opportunity. No, it's intercepted. What was going to be an opportunity from Luminosity bumped away. On rotation, Tox goes flying across the sky. Eventually is able to recover. Gets a second touch. Doesn't matter. Soft play, no corner boost to pick up, so gonna have to play this one early. It's cut off yet again, and good intercept by Navi until Atomic. Up high, and another by... No, it's a high loft to clear. Thought someone was gonna possibly challenge in the midfield, as Luminosity has been quite aggressive, but low boost. Navi's starting to push up a little bit more. Big fake. Forces out Tox and can't get the touch. It was a great idea. Luminosity still falls on it. Back and forth again, Spaceman. It's been really neutral from both sides, both with good looks, but primarily it's the offense of Luminosity that's been scaring me.
Yeah, again, it's also that midfield speed as well. Like how quickly they're killing the ball to the sidewall, and then someone else is there from Luminosity to meet the redirect, put it towards the net. It's not a lot of time for Navi to set up on defense. They're constantly in a position to have to challenge. So you're losing boost. You're losing your zone defense that you've had set up for the majority of this game. They're currently spread out. They're being picked apart. And that's what Atomic's going to do. Once they get the clean pop and they have a look at the net that they can use, they're going to take it away just like this. I mean, look at the defense. Look how spread out it is. Look how uncongealed. That's not the word. Anyway, 1-0. Minute 26. Luminosity doing a very good job of dictating the pace. Oh, my.
Yeah, and it comes off of a big challenge in the corner by Tox. It's the first one, but initially it's a dunk over the top, but I'm calling Navi out yet. A little push downfield. You're going to see another challenge here. Can't find it. So it's Tox. Expect a secondary. Tries to go for the Psycho. Doesn't get the power. And back the other way. Louis, a big fake in front of the net. And it's a save. Can they get the follow-up? No. Minimal boost left in the tank by Atomic, but it's just enough to push it back. There's Navi applying pressure. Where's the follow-up? No, it's cleared yet again. And we have Tigray. Turns around, finds Lewis. Back down to Tigray. Shot back. And it's a demo. It should be a wide open net if they can get the double touch. No, it's a save. A beautiful setup. It looks like they could have been a bit more direct, but my goodness. The defense of Luminosity holds on.
You got 18 seconds. It's entirely possible. LG trying to make a statement in Game 5. On the wall. Louis. The pinch there. Follow up. Tigray. Red. Bump. Oh, that's going to do it. This should be it. Luminosity. Come out. They talk the talk. They walk the walk. They get it done. GG's all around.